Okay, this is a tune from Aldous Harding. Today, I should have been going to see Aldous Harding in Cologne, and she has cancelled again, not undoubtedly because of the corona, and uh, and very unfortunately or fortunately, I have corona, and I couldn't have gone to see her anyway. Uh, so I decided to listen to her new album, and I heard a song on there called Fever, and I have a fever. So I thought, oh, somebody said more synchronicity on my last video. So this is more synchronicity. I have a fever, I have COVID. Couldn't go to see her because I've cancelled because of COVID. The concert's been shifted forward a year. So this song is quite easy. It's not a difficult song to play. As I said, it's on a new album called Warm Chris. I'm just recording this as is. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to throw it straight out there if you want to learn it. I have my capo here, first of all, before we start on this tune, sitting on the nut of my guitar, because there's a key change in this song, and it sometimes helps with key changes instead of having to play more awkward fingering. If you can just slip your capo into the first fret, or if you're in a song and you move it up a fret or two. Yeah. It can be sometimes very helpful. There's little capos you get that can roll, and I've seen traditional Scottish and Irish musicians would use these when they're playing jigs and reels with a fiddle player or a piper, and then they just slide the capo up as is. They don't have to clip it. These capos roll. But this is a good idea. You'll see what I mean later on. A little word to Aldous Harding. I went to see her in... I was going to go and see her at the Montreux Jazz Festival. I moved mountains to get a ticket for this tiny club, rearranged my holiday that I could drive to Switzerland and see her in 2017. And she cancelled a few days before it, and I missed the concert. I did manage to get to see her in 2020 or 21 in Cologne. 20, I think it was, yeah. And she was absolutely fantastic. The band is absolutely fantastic. Not just what she's doing, but the band is absolutely superb. She has a very, very unique style. If you don't know Aldous Harding, I know it's a slight departure from the things that I normally show people how to play. But she is also, like many of the music that I showed you in other videos of mine, she's a very unique voice. She's got a very unique voice. I don't just mean her voice. I mean her whole way of being and performing. Don't just pick one song and say, oh, I like that or I don't like that. Really spend some time listening to her last couple of albums. This new one, especially in the last one. Absolutely tremendous stuff. Her band is fantastic. Bass player is out of this world, just in the pocket all the time. The drummer, goodness me, live, the drummer was the most, just him and the bass player were just so locked together, laid out. And the girl playing piano, I think she seems to be in charge of a lot of the arrangements. I don't know. She seemed to be the master of simplicity. Guitar player always chooses these ideal little moments. He's got a few moments to shine on the guitar, and he always makes his presence felt. And he never overplays. He always plays something really appropriate, but quirky to what the song is. So deeply impressed. And of course, Aldous Harding has all the attributes she brings to her stage performance. I managed to go in and watch the Soundcheck. I sort of snuck into the building when they were playing, and I walked in. And they were doing the Soundcheck. And the lovely thing with doing the Soundcheck was that they played the album, like the barrel or something, And then she was standing by the mixer listening to the sound, and they were readjusting the sound to the album. So they created for the audience this lovely sound in the hall, which mirrored the album sound. And the quality of her production is incredible. There's not a note wasted in these tunes that she's doing. Everything has space and air to breathe, and it's all just dropped in at the right place. I hope I can do it justice, this tune. This tune is what you might call a three-chord wonder, but as Frank Zappa said, all tunes are three-chord wonders. All tunes are Louie Louie, Louie Louie, whoa, it's all Louie Louie. So this tune is a kind of a Louie Louie, you know. Anyway, as I said, I've got a fever, so why not do Fever by Aldous Harding? Let's see how we get along. I'll stop it and just show you the parts of it as it goes along. Wait, I'll have to split my screen here so that I've got a little media player here. Yeah. So that there is a C, an F, but there's no E in there. A, sorry. So it's a. I normally never play with my thumb. I never really put my thumb over the top, so I'm not used to it. I'm not good at holding that note with my thumb, but it really helps when you're doing this tune. So, yeah. Okay, so play it again. There's one section in this where it's all played C, F, G. But at one point, I think it's after every third bar, she goes up to a G minor. Da, 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 da. You'll hear it when it comes along. She only throws that in once at the end of each third line, I think. Okay, so as I said, I'm just doing this off the cuff. Here we go.
Never, ever been so tired, you said, you bet. Guess we did what the other expected. Eleven days in the heat of the city. Together, I had stars coming all around me, and you let me in where mother invested. I still stare at you in the dark.
So that's, I'll just stare at you in the dark. Okay, so that's a C to A minor, 7th or A minor, to B flat. Then she plays an F major 7th. Then repeat it.
Looking for that thrill in the nothing. All my favorite places are bars.
So when she gets through those chords, she hit that. You can do this as just as a guitar piece. It hit the high E, and then a C major 7th. But don't hit that B note to it again. So only on the C major 7th. That's that taking that finger off. You hit the high note. Don't hit the B string, and then hit the high E string. So
Lover, don't you run at the easy part now. The weather opened up like a birthday card and we forget. One will fight, the other's connected.
So that if you play something like that, if you play so C, and you can just drop your pinky down to play that F note. Like a birthday card and we forget. One will fight, the other's connected. Okay, now this is a little horn section thing they do. It's arranged between the keyboards and the horns. It's quite difficult to make an arrangement for that on the guitar when you've got such a broad scope of instruments playing individual notes, you know. So this is a sort of a version that will get you through the tune. Okay, so when you've gone. You go to a B, to a B minor, then to a B6. But I would say instead of just playing the B note, play the F sharp note in the chord as well. That those notes are ringing. As I said, this is just the party version. So, B minor. There's another little note comes in there, but you can't quite, you need a really big long stretch. So just keep it, I think I would just keep it like this. Then if you play an open A bass note and what would be equivalent of like an A minor shape, but you're putting a C sharp minor, but you've got an A bass. And taking those fingers off, you could play an A major 7th. might even be that. Yeah, then it goes to a, so if you've gone from, then you're playing an F sharp suspended to a B. And then you're going to a, I think what they do is they go to a, it's a F sharp with a B bass. So you'd be playing the F sharp suspended as 2 4 4 4 2 2 to a B. Yeah, 2 2 4 4 4 2 and 2 on the E string, and then you go to a. It'd be the equivalent of playing an F sharp, but you'd be taking your ring finger off. So a chord favoured by Genesis a lot. And that. Okay, I'll run through this a little bit. So this is the best I can come up with at the moment, given my fever for this little section in the middle. Then here you go. So then that final chord ends here. I'll just tell you the fingers I'm using is the frets. It's open, 2 2 3 2 4. First finger, second finger, first finger, pinky, and then I'm going to what you'd be an E major 7th, but you're going. Then it's going to go up to the, what's it, a C sharp then. Now you can play that if you want, or you can be smart about how you use that capo. So if you get to I would stop playing the E string there if I was you. Okay, show you what I mean. Let's go through that. Go back a bit more. I really have to work on how fast I get that capo up there.
Fever, when we met at hotel reception, we did what the other expected.
There you go. Okay, that's... Oh, what the heck? What the heck? That's a song I'm learning for a gig coming up. Which is coincidentally the other side of the fever, which I have at the moment, which is I have these... chills as well, where you get as cold as ice. So anyway, that there is a quick run through of Fever by Aldous Harding from her new album. I really hope that these concerts happen again and she comes back to Europe, and we're fortunate enough to see her live, because she's really fantastic. If you get a chance to go and see her or watch her concerts, buy her albums, she really she's a real talent. She reminds me very much of the sort of originality that an English guy called Kevin Coyne used to have. If anybody remembers a guy called Kevin Coyne, also worth checking out. Kevin Coyne had a real quirk to the things that he'd done, and you could never tell whether he was bordering between humour or insanity in his songs. And I got to know Kevin towards the end of his life, and very fortunate to get to know him, and he was a marvellous guy. So somehow Aldous Harding reminds me of the sort of thing that Kevin Coyne was doing way back when. There are these people who just show up and they like this COVID thing. They take your breath away, really do. That's it. That was an impromptu thing, because I was just sitting this morning going through this thing. And I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, right.